Hey everybody, I'm in here chatting it up. Brett's dealing with his daughter, which is a full-time job, and I thought I would come in and talk to you all. Any questions? Anything anybody wants to talk about? Next Friday, if you're in Kentucky, me and Brett are going to go down there, and Tom and Terrence are going to be down there, and from the Trillbillies, and we're going to do a live show with them at Best Friends. It's selling very well, and I think it's going to be a big show. I think it's going to be a big boy. We're going to talk about fathery shit, dad stuff. Brett might even dress like a dad. So, I am not gambling anymore. I went last Friday. I bet $60. I lost it, and now I don't want to gamble. This is a good way to learn how not to gamble. I'll tell you that. Oh, I need to bring the theme song up. But yeah, it's a good way to learn not to gamble. I'll tell you that. You go and you lose $60. It was a couple days before I got paid, so it didn't really kill me or anything. It wasn't the worst thing in the world. But it's funny because as soon as I did that, as soon as I lose this $60, I fucking 3 days later, I'm headed over to Brett's to work. We're going to record a bunch of shows, and my fucking car won't start. My car just is and it's a weird not starting, too. I think I'm going to talk about this on the show, but it's just I turn the fucking key and everything works. It just doesn't start. No clicking, no nothing. So that's something, I guess.
I was messing with that. I thought I changed it.
So Brett Payne's sitting back down now. We're going to... We're gonna start the music and start a podcast. You ready, Brett? No. Okay, Brett's not ready. So yeah, I figured the car out though. I'm 99% sure because I went today to the store with the kid. We got done buying what we needed to buy because my kid is actually making me go to the store every single day now that it's summer, and I don't know why she's doing this. And Red and Black rules. I am now to the point where I don't want a car anymore. He says cars are the worst. Buses should go everywhere. I am in that boat, man. I'm done. I hate having a fucking car. It is miserable. Sometimes it just sucks, man. You got to get groceries and shit. You got to there are times that you just can't walk with the shit, and that's the problem. I don't know how. New York people obviously go spend way too much money at a convenience store and just buy things as the day goes on, I guess. So, but I think I figured it out, and I'm proud of myself for figuring that out. It's really funny. Well, I'm gonna save that for the show. I'm not gonna just sit here and do show material on here. But yeah, I hate cars. You never realize how scarred you are by cars. Until by poverty, I guess, until cars break down. And this is probably the first time in my life where it's not going to kill me. If it's $400 or $500, I can handle it. I'm set there, but I still just flipped the fuck out when it wasn't starting. It freaked me out. You ready?
Yes.
You got OBS up?
No.
You need OBS up. Because we're going to do that song.
I do have OBS.
All right. We're going to play the theme song and start the show. Jason, are you ready?
Hey, Street Fighters. Welcome to the show. Wednesday night. Time for a street fight. Hope you're all ready for that anarchy shit. That comedy you can't get anywhere else. We do it every single Wednesday and Sunday night on the live stream. Thanks for showing up on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and Twitter. Jump in the chat. Come hang with the gang. We appreciate it. And I love your comments and quick-witted responses to stuff that we're talking about. For those of you that just listen as a regular podcast, that's fine. We certainly hope you enjoy it and hope you tell people that you know. Spread the word so we can spread this mess across the U.S. If you want more of what we do, head over to patreon.com/streetfightradio. It's a website where you sign up to get bonus content from us, like shows, like digital zines with exclusive writing and art from street fighters in the community. We've also got our bonus show, Undercover Business Tyrants, where Brian and I watch terrible TV and talk over it. We just did Marriage Wars with John Taffer, or Marriage Rescue, but they were all wars with John Taffer, and that's coming soon. Thank you for being here. For those of you that don't know who we are, my name is Brett Payne. My co-host is Brian Quinby. We're Street Fight Radio, the #1 anarcho-comedy radio show on any station across the nation. We've been doing it for 8 years now, out of Columbus, Ohio. Cap City holds it down. 614 area code. You can find us on WCRS every single Sunday night at 10 p.m. Let's get this shit started.
What's up, Brett? How you feeling?
Doing well.
Well, why don't we do it this way? We're going to talk about life first. I got some news stories, and we have a song to listen to.
Thank you to the fine folks at Privateer Rum, some of the finest rum in the country.
Thank you. That's crucial. That sounded like I was being an asshole. I'm really not. Car problems, Brett. I'm on that car problem thing. You know?
That's the worst.
This is worse than worse.
I haven't had it in a while. I've done, we've been doing well enough. We are kind of a car poor family in that we spent most of our money on like trying to buy, a car, used car.
Reliability.
But one that doesn't shit the bed, because my wife and I have both lived through a lot of trauma of shitty cars not starting up.
Well, that's what's interesting about this thing, right? Is that I do have a newer car. I have a 2015.
Oof.
It's 4 years.
Yeah, that's
right?
what I got too, man.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah. I have a 2015.
Scary.
It's not that bad. It's still relatively new. I'm driving this thing. It's never had a real problem. I've been changing oil and all that stuff. I've been doing all the stuff. I've been a good boy. I get in the car to come over here to record on Sunday, and I turn the key and nothing happens. The lights come on.
The lights come on.
The lights come on inside the car. Everything's running, except for it's just not even trying. It wasn't clicks, which is, I know, a starter. That's the starter. Lights don't come on, alternator or battery. Right. One of the two. I know these few little things about cars.
Right. Now they got the new computer cars, though.
Yeah, well, yeah. But they still have those key parts.
I know.
If you're still driving a regular-ass car. If you're driving a Tesla, fuck you, first of all.
No. I'm talking about your car. I mean,
it's not. My car is less computer than most.
ECU
it doesn't even have a key fob on it. You still have to stick a key in and turn it. So,
okay.
So what happens? I can't get it going. It starts. I don't know why it fucking started, but it started. We drove over here. It started, and she drove back home. And then the next night, it's like, we got to run and get our groceries so we can eat dinner every day this week. And nothing. Fucking nothing. So I go on YouTube, and I search 2015 Kia Soul, won't start, but lights come on, and no clicking, right? Or whatever I search. I don't fucking remember. And it's all these videos of these people sitting in their car and saying, first you got to hit lock, unlock, lock, unlock, lock, unlock,
computer
lock,
shit.
unlock.
That's computer shit I'm talking about.
Open the door, shut it. Open the door, shut it. Open the door, shut it. And then turn the key and it'll start.
Yeah. That's the trick.
Now,
the sensor resets the sensor or something.
I guess. I didn't believe in this shit at all. And it didn't work.
No.
And I didn't believe it. I was just sitting in the car like, my wife is telling me to do this stuff. And I'm like, this is all bullshit.
Some crazy person that sat and did that in their car, and it started on happenstance.
Yeah, it's magic.
Yes.
It was lucky that it fucking started. So we lay down, we borrowed a car to get the groceries. We come home. We're laying in bed. I'm Googling. I'm like, well, I can probably change the starter. I've looked at YouTube. YouTube says it's a 5 out of 10 difficulty, and I'm about a fucking 7 out of 10 difficulty guy. I would consider myself.
You don't own many tools.
Right. I own the tools that you use to work on a car, though, right?
A
Like, it's
7
just
out of 10?
ratchets.
Okay.
That's all you use on a car.
Okay.
I don't have a floor jack, which I plan to buy soon now. So anyway, I believe I'm a 7 out of 10. She's like, oh, what do you know? And I explained to her, well, I am mechanically inclined. This whole bullshit about me not being mechanically inclined. I don't know where this started. Like where this image of me started that I'm not like good at fixing things.
Well, when I met you, you had a butter knife instead of a flathead screwdriver.
Okay, yes, that's true. But I knew at least to get the butter knife.
You didn't know to have tools on hand.
Right, yes. I'll agree with that. I'll agree with that. But it's bullshit to say that I can't fix things because I fucking
Sure, you
did
have
it
fixed
for a
things.
living for a number of years. I can fix shit. I know how things work.
Yes.
I have in my mind, I know how a car works.
I do.
Barely a little bit, but I know basically the parts that have to work for the car to work.
You've mentioned Chilton to me before.
Yeah, I know a Chilton. I know Chilton. I know where you buy a used car, trading times. I know all about trading times. You know, I hung around with car dudes all my life. That doesn't mean anything necessarily, but at least I hung out with car dudes and I got stuff from osmosis. You know, Jason was kind of a car dude. He could fix a car.
Oh, he is.
My buddy Steve, he's a fucking car dude. He went to car college. And I had another buddy that went to car college, and we used to just sit around while these guys took their cars apart and fixed them and shit like that. So you learn. You know?
You live.
I
you
don't
learn.
like this idea that I'm not very intelligent when it comes to fixing things. I think I'm a 7 out of 10.
Okay.
No matter what. If it's a 6 difficulty, I can figure it out. You know? I'm not saying I'm a fucking mechanic. I'm not. A mechanic is a 10 out of 10. Every mechanic is a 10 out
No,
of 10.
they're not.
Well,
No, they're not. There's a lot of bad mechanics. Most mechanics are bad.
I'm going to say, just from my opinion, mechanics are 10s out of 10. And then when you get civilian level, you need to be honest and assess your strengths and stuff. Some of you listeners out here, probably a 3 out of 10. Well, I believe that.
It takes
You
all
know?
types.
Brett, he's probably a 5, you know? A 5 out of 10? I'm a 7. I'm a macho dude that is mechanically inclined, that can work on a car. I fixed a dryer once, too. I took a washer apart, and the only reason it didn't get fixed is because I couldn't figure out how to put it back together. But I fixed all the parts.
And that's a 7 out of 10 job.
That's a 7.
That's a 7
well,
out of 10.
it was like I know how to take a thing apart, you know?
Okay, that gets you all the credit?
No. I'm
That
not
gets
giving
you
myself a 10.
You're saying 50% of the credit is taking it apart.
Yes.
The other half is completing the job. You do that 20%. You do that 2 out of 5 times. You complete
Yes.
the job. That's
There
how
you
you're
go.
getting a 7.
There you go. That's a
And
7.
I'm a 5 because I can just take things apart but can't put them back together.
Well, I just think you're a 5. I'm just guessing you're a 5. I've never seen you work on a car, you know? Mm-hmm. I guess, you know, I think maybe broke people that drove a lot of shitty cars, you're probably baseline 5, maybe 3. Baseline 3, and I think you're an intelligent guy. But I've worked on tech shit with you, and, you know, we're both around the same area tech-wise, you know? We're equally as good at fixing shit. I'll also give you a 7. You know, I was just saying you were a 5 because I
Yeah.
wanted to be better than you.
Yeah, that was rude.
Well, I was naming numbers, and of course, if I'm giving numbers, I'm gonna make mine better.
Don't
I'm
back
sorry,
down.
it's
Don't back
rude.
down.
But that's the kind of guy I am.
Don't back
So
down.
anyway, the next day, I go outside. My landlord's there. I get along with my landlord. I know a lot of us hate him. I get along with him. I know. It's not fair. He charges me very little rent for the place that
Yeah.
I live, and he's very nice to me. And he
Doesn't raise it, right?
he doesn't raise it very much, but he doesn't fix anything. But
Right.
he's still sweet. I got him hooked on Kratom for a period, and then he threw up, and then he called the company that I told him to get the Kratom from and asked them questions and embarrassed me. But that's
Yeah.
less than nothing, right? He smokes weed sometimes. You know, he knows
He's
I
not
get
cool
high.
with bidets, though.
He is pissed about my bidet,
Yeah.
which
Look
I had
too
to take off.
patriotic, man.
Yeah. So, he sees me try to start the car. He's like, you know, open a, because I went out there and opened the hood and started looking in it, which I don't know.
I hate doing that.
I don't know what I was doing.
Like, what am I looking at here?
I know. I just opened it and started looking at it. And I was like,
squint at it. It'll make more sense.
well, I just figured everything looked normal.
And it's all, I hate it because everything's just covered up now, too. You have to take, like, a fucking bonnet off the engine and, like, get a million plastic pieces before you can get to it.
Yeah. But everything's looking normal. And mind you, I'm freaking out. Okay? Because if it is the starter, that's going to cost $400. That's a $400 fix. I looked it up, $265 to $500 to $625, right? So I'm guessing $400 for my car. Everything on my car has been more expensive than the average. So I'm guessing $400. I don't want to spend $400 on a car. And I'm laying in bed, and my wife is doing this fucking thing that she does when the car breaks down, where she says, you know, have you changed the oil lately? You know, have you changed, like, does the car need a tune-up? And I was like, what the fuck is a tune-up? No cars get tune-ups. Cars don't get those. That's like an old thing, tune-ups. That's for, like, people who drive race cars and shit like that.
You gotta, you know, take the spark plug, make sure they're tightened, right?
I kept asking her, like, what do you think? Like, the fucking somebody goes in there with a fucking wrench and just tightens all the bolts, I guess? I don't know. I don't know what a fucking tune-up is.
7 out of 10 talking here doesn't know what a tune-up is.
Tune-up? What is this? What are you talking about a tune-up is what I'm saying to her. You know what she says to me after that? You know, there's like a small crack in the window, too, and it's starting to spread. We oughta get that one fixed too. And I'm like, Jesus Christ!
Like, let's snowball.
I know. It's like if somebody is fucking dying of cancer in a bed, and then you fucking sit next to them, and you're like, well, I hear it eats away all of your organs first, so that's something. You know, it's eating your organs, and you're dying inside.
Right.
Yeah, a little bit of time. You know. Yeah. It's like, Jesus fucking Christ. Like, somebody's laying in bed with cancer, they're enjoying the morphine, and then it's like sitting next to them and being like, think about, well, it's like eating everything. Yeah. So anyway, I freaked out on her at that point. I was like, the window has nothing to do with the car right now. Yeah. I'm not going to fucking deal with the window. You know what a crack in the window is to me? The kind that goes all the way across the fucking window and then down and has other little crack. That's a crack. Right. That's what I deal with.
Once it goes all the way across, you got to get rid of it because you're getting pulled over.
Yeah. This is the smallest dip, and it hasn't grown at all. And it's like, I don't want to go to fucking the auto glass place. They're going to charge me $100 for that. I hate that. So when I start the car, my landlord's like, go ahead and try and start the car. I'll sit out here and look at it. He's a hot rod guy.
Okay.
My landlord, he has like 2 hot rods. He hangs out with the guy down the street that works hot rods. He's a hot rod dude.
Yeah. You know what? I actually do not mind it. Like, if anybody ever wants to look at it, I'm like, I don't care. Go ahead. Give me your advice. It's your time you're wasting. Like, I wouldn't do it if I were you, but go ahead. Sure. I do not mind. I do not feel like I'm not macho about it at all. Like, anybody can get in on this problem with me. I don't give a fuck. I'll drag you into my world.
I want them to I want somebody to be like, hey, can I look at I want somebody to look at me and be like, this motherfucker doesn't know anything about cars.
Right.
So he can come over.
He's just a 7 out of 10. I'm an 8 out of 10.
Yeah. So he can come over and help me out. So this dude is like, that's an electrical problem. And you know what I said to him? That's what I've been saying to my wife inside the house. This is an electrical problem. This all seems very electrical to me. Uh-huh. And so he checks the battery connectors. He checks a few other things. And he walks away. He's done. I'm here to mow the fucking grass. I'm not here to work on your car. So what I do is I grab the cord that goes into the alternator and I just jiggle it a little bit, stick it in, go get in the car, choom, starts right the fuck up. This cord is fucked up.
Okay.
I've discovered it twice now. This cord is fucked up. Because I tried to take it to the mechanic and be like, it's not starting. And like, well, start now. I can't fix it if it's starting.
That's true.
You know, which is true. I was a troubleshooter too. But so I got to get this cord